makna mereka bermakna, and I want to present about introduction. Metabolic syndrome is a cluster of interconnected metabolic condition that significantly increase the risk of development chronic diseases such as cardiovascular disease and stroke. It is not a single disease, but rather a combination of factors that occur together, resulting in higher health risk. This syndrome has become major global health concern due to the increased rate of obesity, unhealthy lifestyle, and sedentary behavior. Due to its strong association with major chronic diseases, metabolic syndrome remains a critical public health issue that requires continuous awareness, education, and preventive strategy. Therefore, monitoring both BMI and HDL provides essential insight into individual's metabolic status and overall health risk. This objective of this project are to describe the descriptive statistics of the body mass index, BMI, and higher density level HDL, to identify the strength and correlation between body mass index, BMI, and high density level HDL. To model the body mass index, BMI, and high density level HDL using simple linear regression. To make a prediction using the simple linear regression model. Now, we go to significance of study. Metabolic syndrome is a collection of interconnected conditions, including high blood pressure, elevated blood sugar, normal cholesterol level, and excess abdominal fat, which collectively increase the risk of cardiovascular disease, type 2 disease, and other chronic health issues. This study is significant because it investigates the relationship between body mass index, BMI, and high density lipoprotein, HDL, cholesterol, two important indicator of metabolic health. Ultimately, this study not only support the prevention and management of metabolic syndrome, but also has significant associated benefit by reducing the incidence of chronic disease, lowering healthcare costs, and improve population well-being.
Hi, good morning. My name is Muhammad Amal. So today I will explain the methodology that used in our group project, which is this methodology for this data is data description, graphical technique, and numerical technique. So we go through with the data description. So we go with the data description. So index, which is BMI and high density level, the type of variable and level of measurement. The first variable, which is body mass index, which is the type of variable is quantitative continuous numerical measurement that represent that. So for the level of measurement, the ratio scale is any of measurement. Next we go with which is HDL. So the type of variable is which is the measurement that represent in the blood. So the level of measurement is, which is any of measurement is meaningful. So for the graphical techniques, refer to methods of presenting using graphs, charts, or plots, numbers in tables. Stats analyze and interpret data more easily, trends and relationships to be seen. So for the overall, graphical are essential tools in statistics and rating information in a clear by dividing the data into the horizontal axis, which is x-axis shows intervals, while the vertical axis, which shows the frequency of data. Within it, unlike a bar chart, the bars in each other indicating that the data histograms are useful for identifying data such as the central tendencies and any outliers. So for grams is an effective visual to the distribution and variation of continuous data. Descriptive statistic analysis. First, we go with the mean. What represent the average value of a set. It is calculated by adding all the values and then dividing the sum by the total values. The mean provides single summarize the data and gives of where the center of the we go to with the median. Median is a measure of central tendency, the value of the data set when the number in ascending or descending order. If the odd number of values, the median is exactly in the middle. If the data has a number of values, go through with the minimum. What is the minimum? Is the smallest value in a data point among all the observation. Key descriptive statistics used to summarize data, providing important information about distribution and range of values. So particularly useful for detecting extreme value outliers which can affect data interpretation. Maximum. This mean statistic maximum is the largest value in a data set, highest point among all the observations. So important descriptive statistics that help summarize and understand of data. So find maximum researchers can determine the dataset and when combined with the manipulator range which show the spread variability of the data. Next, we go to standard in statistics, standard deviation is a measure the amount of variation or dispersion and indicates how much the individual use deviates from the mean into the spread and consistency. A small standard deviation means are closely around the mean, suggesting low variability. The deviation indicates that the data points are showing higher variability. Standard deviation is calculated by taking of the average of the spread difference each value and the mean, which ensures that we go with the correlation and for the first we go to descending, which is R. In statistics, correlation coefficient is a measure in direction of a relation to continuous variables. It is represented symbol R and range from a value of positive one indicates positive linear relationship, which is increase. The other also increase. Next, the negative one indicates negative linear relationship. As one variable increases, the other for 0 indicates no linear relationship. Next, we go with the coefficient in statistics. The coefficient of determination R squared is a measure the indication of the variance in the that is predictable from the independent variable. In the word, it shows how well the data statistical model, especially the value of R squared, range from 0, where a value of 1 indicates perfectly explains all the variable, while a value. Next we go the coefficient of determination. Instead of determination, denoted as R squared, gets the proportion of the variance that is predictable from the independent variable. In other words, it shows how a statistical model, especially the value of R squared, ranges to 1, where a value of 1 indicates perfectly explains all the variability, while a value of 0 does not explain any of the variability. For the last, we'll go for the last, the simple linear regression model, which is equal to A plus BX. So, the regression model in statistics is a method to analyze the relationship between two variables and one dependent variable. That is to determine how changes in the variable affect or predict the dependent. It does this by fitting to the data represented by the equation to A plus BS, where Y is the X is the independent variable set and B is the slope. So I will to our next.
Saya Meruda. Today I'm gonna chapter 3 result and interpret. First of all, data presentation. The histogram shows the right skew, meaning most participation MI value in the normal to overweight. Next, this histogram of HDL. This histogram is skewed to the right positive. Next, narrative descriptive analysis. From the data above, we knew that the time and HDL from the 100 people as beta from the data. 3. Correlation and regression. This is the scatter plot with a graph vision line. This is the summary for the end of the B. The value of the correlation coefficient and the interpretation are equal to 403. It is a strong positive correlation with HDL. The equation of is y equal to negative 0.02 x 51.679. The operation using regression equation. For example, we take HDL y equal to negative 0.0702 x we change to 25 plus 0.679 equal to 49.924. The slope for the regression line and is 51.79. For every 1 BMI increase by 51.67. The value of square for the regression model and interpretation r square equal to 0.001. This means that 6% of variation in BMI HDL, another 984% is explained.
My name is Muhammad Aziz Zanidul. This analysis plans involve 4 statistical steps. First, determining the mean, median, standard deviation for both BMI and HDL to a distribution. Second, calculating the Pearson to identify the strength and the linear relationship between the two variables, fitting a simple linear regression model and produce an equation. For example, 2 beta 0 plus beta 1 times HDL includes reporting the slope beta 1, beta 0, and r squared value. Using this resulting regression, equation one variable, for example BMI, the given value of the other, for example HDL.